3D Mario games. Some of the most memorable games Nintendo has ever made. All of them are unique, all of which have a special place in our heart, but which 3D Mario game is the best? Let's find out in today's video by ranking them all. Today's shout out goes to Kirby U. He uploads skits and tutorials and it'll mean the world to him if you go check him out. Link in the description. Remember, if you love what you're watching and you're not subscribed, what on earth are you doing? Click that red button down below. Also leave a like if you're in a 3D Mario game. Number 8. Super Mario 3D Land. Although being our first 3D Mario game we played, there's no doubt that this one's at the bottom of the list. Released on the Nintendo 3DS, this game plays similar to a 2D one. Reach the gold pole with the 3-star coins if you choose. There are some unique stages like 6-2 and 4-1, but the majority of levels feel pretty boring and unoriginal. Take all 8 special modes for an example. Special modes are a great idea, but when you literally copy original levels in the game with minor adjustments, it's no longer a good idea. In terms of space, the game is the closest 3D Mario game you'll get to a 2D one, where half of the levels is just a straight path with not much to explore. A feature specifically designed for this game is the 3D mode. It's a cool feature but pretty useless because, well, it's a 3D game. It also has a decent soundtrack, including a remix of the SMB3 Athletic theme. Besides a few compliments though, this game is unfortunately pretty disappointing. Let's move on. Number 7. Super Mario Sunshine. For this game you either love it or hate it, and we are fortunately not the biggest fan. Released on the GameCube, this game is more of a 3D one than Super Mario 3D Land, but there's nothing unique to it. The only thing that comes close to being unique is FLUDD, Mario's robotic backpack which uses the power of water to clean away mud. The plot for Mario Sunshine is a little bit weird for a Mario game. Mario is on a vacation and gets sent to court due to fraud. The cops thought Mario was accountable for trashing the island, so as punishment Mario is sentenced to clean the whole island. Don't get us wrong, we're all for new things, but this was a little bit absurd. The locations on the other hand are pretty memorable, from the likes of Delfino Plaza, Bianco Hills and Gelato Beach. Different to 3D Land, now you're collecting shines and occasionally blue coins. An issue you start seeing for the older games as we move on is the horrible camera system, and Mario Sunshine is no exception. To wrap up this game, certain aspects were okay, but was ultimately ruined by the absurdness of the plot and the forgetfulness of the game itself. Number 6. Bowser's Fury. The latest 3D Mario game, this game for sure wasn't the best, but features some great and unique ideas. For instance, Fury Bowser popping up once every 10 minutes and the funny yet useful power-ups. The plot was creative but no doubt stupid. Bowser Jr. is scared of his dad and needs Mario's help. It does introduce Bowser Jr. as our new sidekick, but it's for sure not Cappy level. Another main issue is the map. Although it's easier to get around, 9 times out of 10 you won't even know where you are, as a lot of the locations are pretty similar. Not gonna lie, a few locations are pretty good, including Pipe Path Tower and Mount Magmia. Also, everything's a cat, and we don't know whether to laugh or cry. Difficulty compared to other 3D games however felt really easy, which is really odd. This game wasn't at all like its predecessors, but has introduced a new side of 3D platformers, so we have to give some extra credit. So with Bowser's Fury out of the way, let's move on. Number 5. Super Mario 64. From the latest 3D Mario games to the very first. Now some people might be disappointed that this game ended up in the number 5 position, but we don't find it as mind-blowing as others. The camera is horrible, making certain sections of levels seem impossible to complete. Also, some levels just drag on for ages, like Jolly Roger's Bay and Hazy Mazy Cave. If you look at the game from the difficulty side of things, you wouldn't even tell it's the oldest because it's that darn hard. Cough cough Rainbow Ride. With negatives out of the way, let's move on to some positives. The challenges you encounter are really fun, including finding the baby penguin, racing down the side, and shooting for the red coins. We also find the doors with paintings inside fun to navigate through, and who could forget the music? Our favourite was Die Die Dots. To be honest, Super Mario 64 has some great aspects looking back at it, but we feel like it's at the top of everyone's list due to nostalgia. Nevertheless, not a bad game in the slightest. Number 4. Super Mario 3D World. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, how come I'm ranking 3D Land sequel ahead of Mario 64? Well, it's because 3D World is done much better. There still might be a goal pole and a timer, but the levels are much more open and unique. 1 second you'll be riding a dinosaur in water, the other second you'll be racing through a Mario Kart stage. Instead of a boring straight path map like 3D Land, 3D World has you jumping from question blocks and running through bushes. Along with unique levels, we have unique power-ups. The Cat Bell, Double Cherry, and even a Goomba suit just to name a few. Much like Mario Sunshine however, there is nothing majorly special that makes it stand out amongst others. It's just a better and more open version of 3D Land. Also, like 3D Land, it behaves similar to a 2D game with the flagpoles and timers. With that out of the way, let's move on to our bronze medal pick. Number 3. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy 2 falls behind Mario Galaxy 1 because of its similarity of gameplay and the lack of story, but that doesn't mean it isn't an incredible game to play through. The levels are so unique, ranging from a world where everything is huge to a callback to Super Mario 64. There are so many cool power-ups, including the Cloud Flower, the Spin Drill, and the Rock Mushroom. It also includes Yoshi, so that's a bonus point. We feel as though the difficulty could have been incredibly hard at some stages, especially in Grandmaster Galaxy, but then again it is the final level of the game. Something we feel as though the Mario Galaxy game smashed out of the park is the soundtrack. The orchestra puts their blood and sweat into the music to create something truly epic. Not being spoiled, but we can't help but think about how better Mario Galaxy 2 would have been if they went deep down into the story like his predecessor, but nevertheless it gets the number 3 spot. Number 2, Super Mario Odyssey. One of the more recent games in the 3D Mario franchise, Mario Odyssey proves that Nintendo still has it. The biggest new feature in this game is of course Cappy. Being able to transform into any enemy or object is such a unique idea, it makes me wonder how Nintendo didn't think of it earlier. Although Bowser marrying Peach was a bit of a weird plot, it still blended in perfectly with the kingdom storyline. When entering a new kingdom, some NPC tells you that Bowser has stolen a cake, a ring, flowers, a dress, and the list goes on. Although the storyline for the kingdoms are all similar to each other, they all felt different due to the themes and challenges. Also, new to Mario Odyssey is Crazy Cat, where you can dress up Mario and Cappy. You can buy exclusive outfits and decorations in certain kingdoms with regional coins. You can find these purple coins across the map. You travel to and fro kingdoms using the Odyssey, which is powered by Power Moons. You collect Power Moons by completing challenges in the kingdom. Although the music was great, it didn't hit as hard as the Galaxy games, which is a shame. On the topic of Galaxy games, you should all know what number 1 is, so let's not waste any more time getting there. Number 1, Super Mario Galaxy. This in our opinion is the perfect 3D Mario game. It features amazing levels such as Beach Ball Galaxy, Gusty Garden Galaxy, and Space Junk Galaxy. But the story is what makes this great game a phenomenal one. Bowser kidnaps Peach and he's planning to create a galaxy. Mario wakes up on a small planet and meets Luma, but more importantly, Rosalina. Mario's goal is to reclaim the stars and restore power to the observatory. As you progress through the game and its levels, you'll start to learn the tragic backstory of Rosalina, and getting that deeper knowledge of Rosalina is what makes her such a good character and makes Mario Galaxy such a good game. Just one more thing to point out is that we absolutely adore the soundtrack in this game. It's hands down one of the best soundtracks in any video game. But with that being said guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, if you like our content, take a second to see if you're subscribed. If you're not, why not give it a click? It's free. Remember guys to go check out Kirby U. We'll leave the link in the description and in the comments. With that being said though, have a great day, stay safe, and we will see you in the next video.